Hi, Aaron here from howtosing.com, and I want to talk for a minute about singing exercises. Now, I want to give you some great singing exercises, some that I think are some of the best exercises, but I want to just talk briefly about your breath management system, your breathing, because your breathing is so important in, I think it's kind of an overlooked thing with beginner singers is if you're not breathing properly, then you're not doing your singing exercises properly, and then they're not having the benefit that they really need to have. So let me just talk just for a second about the breathing system, and then the first couple of exercises I want to give you have to do with they're more breathing singing exercises, and the last one's more of it's called, well, I'll get to it in a minute, but you are actually using your voice. It's a voice exercise, but it's a voice exercise that will help you pace your breathing, which you want to do too. So you've heard talk about singing from your diaphragm, and I'm not going to go into the whole singing from the diaphragm thing. You can watch my video on how to sing from your diaphragm, but basically in order to breathe properly, there are two schools, well, there's several schools of thought, but two main ones. There's the German school of thought. It's all about belly breathing. It's, you want to make sure when you breathe in, your belly goes out, and when you breathe out, your belly goes in. And then the Italian, they have what's called the appoggio breathing method. I mean, who cares about the technical names of it? But basically that is when you breathe in, it's still forward in the stomach, laterally in the stomach, but it's a little more in the lower ribs and oblique area as well. So I'm somewhere right in the middle. I'm a little more with the Italian, sides, but the idea is basically that you're not, either one basically says, both of them say that you're not supposed to raise your chest when you breathe in and lower it when you breathe out. That's exactly what you don't want to do. You just want to make sure that the intake of air expands, the ribs and the stomach area, and not the raising and lifting of your chest, because that actually blocks the amount of air that you can breathe in, and that will hinder you. What you want is you want your chest pretty good, about how I'm standing now. You want your head, neck, and torso pretty much aligned, and you want your chest not high, not like marching parade high, but you don't want to be slouched over, because you're blocking that air that you can intake and keeping your diaphragm from descending. Anyway, so that's enough about all that. Get decent posture, arms by the side, relax like that, and then your breathing system should be good. Make sure you're expanding there. Let's get to the actual exercises. This first one is it's directly related to your breathing. It's called the 5-finger candle exercise. And so what this is doing is, what you want to do is you want to connect your breathing with your singing immediately. You don't want to be like, ha. A lot of people have that, ha, ha, until they get to that note. You want to be like, ha, ha, ha. You want immediate sound. You want that vocal closure immediately when you're singing. So, ah, instead of ah, you want that full sound there. So this one will help you get there. 5-finger breathing exercise. You just take your 5 fingers, and as if there were candles on each finger, you just go as if you're blowing out 5 candles. And do that over and over. And what you're kind of wanting here is the next exercise is a panting exercise. Kind of the same idea, is that you breathe in and you're expanding where I talked about on the sides of the stomach, breathing in there, and then when you breathe out, you want to feel the air coming out and connecting down here. You're not wanting to raise and lower the chest. So want an immediate connection with your breath and your singing. So the other one is panting. It's similar to that. Panting, you can kind of feel your stomach, and just like when you breathe in, make sure your stomach's coming out a little bit. And when you breathe out, your stomach's going in a bit, or your side's going in a bit at least. And you want to. This is the idea of connecting your breathing and making sure you're breathing from your diaphragm, and not just like singing from your throat. You want to You want to sing with full resonance and full power. That's singing from your diaphragm. The last one is a tongue trill. A tongue trill. It's like an extended rolling of the R's. Like not obviously in English, but in Latin American languages, the Spanish a lot, Ricardo or whatever, rolling your R's. That's the tongue trill. And this one, you can do the tongue trill on like a 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and raise it, and continue to raise it. That'll help kind of expand your range there as well. And then it's a great breathing exercise because what it does, the tongue, the way it does that, it actually takes the weight off the vocal cords, which is good, but it also paces the breath as it comes out. Kind of that starting and stopping of the breath as it comes out. It paces it, which is teaching you proper breathing, and you're not even having to think about it. It's just part of the exercise. So you do the 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then you can do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you know, and you keep expanding it, and that will help you to kind of get a nice good breath and be able to pace the air as it comes out. So there are a couple singing exercises for you. Like I said, I'm at howtosing.com. You can check it out. The link below is howtosing.com. Just type in howtosing.com. I've got a bunch of other tips and tricks and articles and all kinds of great resources for you. And I actually just put up a video, one of how to sing higher notes. It's about a 10-minute plus video or something like that. I can't remember, but how to sing high notes. Got some great tips and tricks that the pros use, and particularly how to sing high note without all the strain. A lot of times when you're singing high notes, you get that strain because you raise your larynx, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, howtosing.com, check that out. Hope this was helpful.